We believe that we have the ability to save the world. Does that make us idealists? Dreamers? Just plain crazy? Maybe, but we believe that any action and any person can make a real and relevant difference. To prove this theory, we've made ourselves the guinea pigs of our own experiment.
5 Knox College students with 2 months, no money, and a goal to make Galesburg more environmentally sustainable. This is an experiment in saving the world. Can we educate people about sustainability? Can we inspire the masses to take a stand for their environment? Can we make that real and relevant difference? We believe we can, and we've set out to prove it. Welcome to the Sustainability Experiment.
I think that our project is important because there is change that happens on this campus, and it happens every day. It happens on a very small scale, and sometimes it happens on a large scale. But one thing that you don't see is how people do it. You don't directly see the change that's happening, and that's why I think this project is important, is that we're going to be able to show everyone that there is change happening in Galesburg and the world.
The rest of them too. I got no fortune.
Being nice to the environment.
Just being able to continue doing what you're doing.
Living in a way that cuts down your impact on like the earth.
I guess it's a process of keeping things going sort of the way they are.
Reducing the amount of resources you use up and trying to get as much as you can out of that.
Like using resources that don't negatively affect the environment.
Never really thought about it, actually.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, at all.
Just making sure that whatever you're using, that you're using it to the best of its ability.
Something that can be developed and then maintained over a period of time in its original effective situation.
The idea that you need to be able to keep going indefinitely at the level of consumption you're currently at. There's definitely an aspect of making sure that you're leaving resources for future generations as well. That's the kind of definition that everyone thinks they know what it means, but they don't really.
Best we can. That'll be the plan.
Yes.
Yes. To a point.
Yeah. I mean, I do think it's important.
Yeah, I think it is. Unfortunately, probably a lot of people can't, but right now. But yeah, it would be a good thing to work toward.
We need to look out for our future generations. We need to make this world a better place for them also, so that we don't just create a mess and
Yeah, I think it's extremely important because it may not be the most important for our generation because our generation's not long-lived, but it's important for us to be sustainable now so that our children and so their children have the same environment we had.
I'm about sustainability in theory, but I mean I'm for a lot of things in theory, and also it's hard to be sustainable. We're just kind of kidding ourselves.
Well, I don't know about that, dude. We have enough. If we tapped into wind, solar, geothermal, wave.
In order to supply enough solar power to power the United States, you would have to cover the entire state of Nevada. It's totally economically unfeasible.
That's the thing.
Make it engineer.
Okay. So I will admit that I'm not the most experienced because I don't know everything that there is to do to reuse, recycle, and I think there's another R, something.
Can't stop the tears being shed, but it's time to.
Yeah, I mean, I recycle, which is not a huge step, but it is.
Well, I kind of watch my spending. I cook at home a lot.
I open my blinds instead of turning on the light in my room. Recycling.
Well, maintaining financial peace that's reasonable and that provide the basic minimum of what I need to live in a reasonable style.
None. Very limited.
Are you at all concerned in your rate of consumption?
Nope.
Try to recycle things so I'm not wasting a lot of things, energy and things that we might need in the future.
I keep the shower water on for as short as possible. I yell at people for littering.
I'm actually trying to get into the whole biodiesel thing.
And then not use as much water as I usually do. Like I've cut my shower time down significantly compared to my hour. I do like 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
You know, if it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm not really doing anything in my life, turn off some lights and stuff.
In the calf, you, instead of using like 5 different cups, use the same cup.
I try to reduce using energy and water and things like that also.
I try not to use grocery bags. I try to just bring like bags I already have and stuff things in my purse.
Try to use natural light.
I think that's the major problem, is that people, like Ryan said, are for sustainability in theory, but when it comes to their own lives, they're like, shit, I want to go to McDonald's and eat food out of a styrofoam container.
Yeah, I pay a lot of lip service. I preach to people all the time, but I can't honestly say I'm doing really that much to live sustainably. I recycle, I turn lights off and try and conserve energy.
Clearly, sustainability means something different to each person. But what surprised us was that no one seemed to think it was unattainable. The popular consensus was that with a little effort, sustainable living is easily within our reach.
The little stuff.
And just like little things like that you don't even think about.
Like, little things matter.
It's a really simple process.
But how do we attempt to live sustainably if we can't agree on what it means to do so? Before we could ask our town to become more sustainable, we had to define the term for ourselves.
I think the main idea is that we can live in unity with nature without degrading ecosystems.
Recognizing that everything in the world is connected and that everything has limits.
Ensuring a high quality of life for everything and everyone within an ecosystem without compromising the future of the ecosystem or anything within it.
The process of creating a lifestyle for the entire world that we can continue on indefinitely. Living in a way that preserves resources for future use by the generations that are going to follow us, because if we use everything up today, then what is there for the rest of the world?
Equipped with a better understanding of what sustainability meant to us, we could form a plan that not only served, but appealed to the community we were trying to educate. We agreed that the planet couldn't be the only beneficiary of our action. The people had to benefit as well.